All right, we're back. It's week 2 NFL fantasy football. Johnny B. Hope you're doing well out there. What's up, YouTube? Here we go. Waiver Wire Gems. It's been a while. I apologize this is late, first and foremost. Had a busy kind of first week here in the NFL. With all my leagues and everything going on, this video didn't come out very quickly. But let's take a look who I was talking about in the preseason for the running back position. Nyheim Hines, somebody we targeted maybe in the draft. John Kelly, I really like what's going on in the camp of the Rams with Todd Gurley. You just never know. And then Jordan Wilkins, we knew he would probably be the favorite for the spot only because of the max situation. So hopefully you got maybe a couple of these guys in your draft already. But hey guys, this week, it's going to be the obvious, the Phillip Lindsays. I'm not going to bore you. Go heavy on him if you can get him. I really like that running back. I know I researched him earlier this year, so I know about him, before he came in. But if you're playing redraft, here's a guy that I think you can start with at least 20%. Bilal Powell is somebody I've always been a fan of. I don't know why. I just get the feeling that something's going to happen and he'll step in. So if you want to take a dart throw in a deeper sort of league, I'm going to throw him on right now because I have a feeling he could develop into something better. So I'll say that for the running backs right now. I'm not going to give you any obvious ones. I mean, if you're playing, and you're watching this channel, there's a lot of other guys that are just already gone. So, and I think this video is too late anyways, but I promise I'll get one out earlier next week. My preseason guys on the wide receivers, Kiki Kuti, I think we'll see how that one shapes up. Houston didn't really give us a very good indication of what they're all about week 1, so just stay the course. What we need, folks, is just like last year. We need 4 solid weeks of data. I need to crunch numbers. You need to see some more action. Everyone does. A lot of the reason I think what's going on with Le'Veon Bell out there, I'll throw my 2 cents in, even though we're on the wide receivers, and you can, match it up to whatever I'm talking about here, is injuries, man. Nobody wants to come out, week 1, 2, or 3 in the NFL. They just don't. And these guys' bodies, they hurt, man. They try to delay as much as they can. Trust me, I think a lot of what Le'Veon's doing is just buying himself some time to recover, and then come back, full strength. Could he also be doing something to where, he's going to force the hand and make him trade him to, hey, 49ers, that's my team, somewhere way far away from Pittsburgh? I don't know. No one really knows, but all I know is a lot of these guys, they really want to get kind of out of the mess here and the muck. I mean, look at all the injuries already week 1. So nobody really wants to play football right now. You could call it an extension of the preseason, but here's the couple guys that we were talking about. I know Deion King got injured or whatever. That's a bummer for Indy. I'm high on him in Dynasty sort of thing. But, the guys that you're going to be seeing all over the internet right now, I'm certainly not trying to duplicate what you're seeing out there, but it's true. I mean, everything you hear about Geronimo Allison, we talked about him last year. So if you're in need of some wide receivers, any of these folks will do. Godwin, I don't even know why I have to put him up here. Hopefully, you know who this guy was from last year and all the stuff we hyped him up. But yeah, you better go out and get these sort of guys. I'm interested in, B. Marsh here. We'll see what happens as the season progresses. Doug Baldwin, it's just a shame, what that's going on with the injury, and poor Russell Wilson. I mean, who the hell is he supposed to throw to, right? Lockett had a good game, benefactor of that, but I think he could go some money on B. Marsh. But I'm a Niner fan, so I'm going to say, I like Pettis. He's just an amazing cat. And again, he's probably already gone in your league. A lot of these guys are already gone in your league. But maybe Mr. Des Bryant is out there on some wires. I don't know. 1%, why not? Is he going to the Browns? Yeah, probably. I don't know what his situation is, but I'd be willing to throw something on that. Those are my wide receivers. I think what also you want to note this week on the wide receivers is, especially with Cleveland, like a Josh Gordon, maybe I'll give you kind of a start sat or whatever. I think Tyrod Taylor I think he's going to start really opening it up. I think, hopefully the guy doesn't go down injured, but I just think I like what I see from Tyrod, and I think the receivers are coming. You just got to give them a chance. It wasn't a very good showing overall, but I think there's some good things coming. So if you own Tyrod Taylor, definitely if you can pair him up with Gordon, and you did, and good for you. Tight ends, we're not going to go for Jonnu Smith. No. I don't like it. I don't like the quarterback situation right now with Blaine Gabbert. Yes, is he a hell of a football? Sure, but not all you guys listening to this play Dynasty, and that's a long-term play right here. Let's give the guy some time. It remains to be seen for me. I know he's a go up and get the ball type of guy. I don't like the quarterback situation, so I'm not going to advise him this week. I'd rather go get some steady Eddie folks out here, the Jesse James, the Ben Watsons. If you can go get either of those guys. Vance McDonald was all the rage and everything, but for some reason in fantasy football, Jesse James just always is tried and true. He's reliable. I just traded for him in another league, so I'm just high on what's going on with Ben Roethlisberger as he's going to make those check down decisions, and then Jesse James, he's a good athlete out there. Ian Thomas I'll throw in for Carolina. That's the obvious one. I don't have any other super-duper tight ends out there. Yeah, hey, good for Oakland and Cook. He's just not worth mentioning up here. The guy has always been a beast. I mean, for crying out loud, how many years have we been waiting for him to do what he just did the other night? So, good for him there. If you're just joining the show, here's kind of what I did last year. Kamara took me all the way to the finals. Tariq Cohen I talked about. Chris Thompson earlier on in week 3 of 2017. These are all look-back guys. Hey, there's Mo Allison. Hey, I'll be damned. We talked about Aaron Jones. Look, guys, if you own Aaron Rodgers, that knee is swelling. The media doesn't want to tell you. They're saying the coach is checking in. That guy's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. If you got Aaron Rodgers, man, it's a shame because as much as I love Sean Kaiser, I don't know if Aaron Jones is going to have the same effectiveness. I was really hoping that Rodgers could get through the first couple of weeks after I saw him go down, but I just think that knee's going to swell. I think that whole situation with Rodgers is worse than the media is letting on, so be very close watched as you listen to the reports that actually come out, like the Friday NFL injury report. It is fun to look back on who we were talking about, last year. But anyways, this is kind of what I do. I just throw you some tidbits. I am in the Scott Fish Bowl again. I'm super stoked. I could show you my team. I caught a loss this week. I didn't start exactly who I wanted, but I have Fitzmagic, of course, right? But he sat on my bench. I put Mahomes in and Brady. It's a 2-quarterback situation. With who I had, I liked my runners. I really like David Johnson. People are very shy and quick to say, I'm not drafting him, or I don't think he's going to. Guys, he's a top 5 back. Just watch. Leo, same thing. It's just a shame these injuries are happening like this. Cohen, beast, PPR. Buck Allen, somebody that should not be on your waiver wire, as well as Corey Clement. I love Eckler. I'm a huge fan of Bo Scarborough and Rod Smith. I want both of these guys on my team this year for Dallas. Something tells me Dallas is in for an absolute train wreck season. And here comes, some guys that'll maybe give Zeke a hand. He's gonna get pounded this year, Zeke. And I don't know. God forbid something happens. I want both of the runners on Cowboys in my drafts. And so that's why I did it in the tournament like this style. Amari Cooper. If you are a fortune teller out there, if you can read palms, go see those folks, because I have no effing clue. Nobody does. I mean, this is the most bizarre situation. The coach says he's going to throw it. Chucky makes a good start with the Raiders. It looked like QB was doing well. Carr, I was confident in what I saw in the opening of the drive, and everything looks great. And all of a sudden, it's just like, what the hell, man? They're not doing what they say they're doing. They just signed the new wide receiver, Martavis Bryant, back. So you got problems if you're an Amari Cooper owner, and I am in like 3 leagues. But I don't give up on a guy like him. He will have his day. You have to be super patient with him. It's always the days where you don't think he's going to pull anything together, and he does. Juju, I don't know. I mean, I'm just a huge fan. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. Des Bryant, he'll land on a team. This is kind of a second half of the season move, as well as I took Edelman. I'll take a second half of the season here. Hopefully these guys can string me something together. Sterling Shepard, I think, is in for a nice, steady Eddie year. The guy just, he produces. He just does, and Eli's looking for him, so great. DJ Moore, high hopes for him. I just hope he comes into that guy that steps up and steals some targets from the tight end, right? I mean, Ian Thomas is going to be there. But Cam should be looking for him when everybody's attracted to Christian McCaffrey, so don't sleep on DJ Moore. He is a rookie, so you got to be patient. I also took Cortland Sutton, so I threw some darts here at some rookies. Dede Westbrook, one of my favorites. I think the Jags are going to be throwing a lot more than you think this year. And it is not TJ Yeldon's year. Please. It's Corey Grant. Just hang on and watch if Leo misses some time. I got Cameron Brate. I mean, we'll see what happens when Jameson Winston comes back. Brate is a solid fantasy guy, even though he shares time. I get it. Virgil Green, still waiting. See what goes on in that situation. And then Luke Wilson, he got hurt. But I like Detroit's tight ends. I think they're going to do just fine. Last year I made the playoffs in the fishbowl. Here's kind of a little bit about me. This is my first video of the year. Very excited to do that. And a lot of the guys I had last year, Ryan McDowell, one of the best in the industry, if not the finest dynasty analyst out there. But it's awesome. He put this rookie receiving yardage. And I had him. Who else did I have? One other guy on this list. But it's like, boom, I think it's so fun to draft rookies in redraft because you just never know. They can pop. I mean, Cooper Kupp, huge. So, last year I had a fun year. Here's what it was. All my guys are here. Last year I was in the Goofy division. This year I'm in a duo division. It's kind of fun. So, and my boy Number Fire is out there and a couple other guys, and we get along great. It's just a fun overall experience. But this year, let's try to win it for you. Let's try to help you make those right decisions. Been doing this stuff probably 20 years, but this official website and stuff, 2013. Wrote a book. If you haven't been listening to me and you're new to this channel, the book was inspired by Matt Waldman, who is my favorite fantasy writer. Just guru. I think he is on the Mount Rushmore with Sig Bloom and thefootballguys.com, who I'm very, very, very high on what they do, their work. They're tremendous. If you haven't subscribed, go check it out. I kind of do my own rankings here. I have my own gut reactions. The best guys in the industry definitely are going to be 67% right. David Dodds, let's say. But here's what we're trying to do. Every waiver research night, this is going back, I drew this picture when I wrote the book a long time ago, is we're trying to put everything on paper, gut reactions, what you think is going to happen, what you are worried about. You get it all written down here in a study, and what are we trying to do? We're trying to calendar the time in your man cave. Study, make choices, live with yourself, people. Go dig up those waiver wire gems. We're talking about landing planes. When the planes get on a league's radar screen, you're screwed. What you're trying to do is sniff out those guys, and with my aid and help, I'll try to help you do that so that when the landing gear comes out and the rest of your guys in your league are like, oh, who's this guy? I never heard of him. You're like, oh, no, I already got him on my bench, and you look like a hero. So that's kind of what we're after. A good indication of this is my graph. This is from my book. I think this is a pretty, good indication of how invaluable. I mean, the in-season management, folks, you have to be doing this. I mean, everybody complains they don't have any time for fantasy football. You got to make time, man. Make 10 minutes. Come on a Tuesday night, skip Taco Tuesday. Go spend some time and do the research. And 3% is unforeseen injury. Holy cow! I mean, that was back in 2013, but now, I mean, that is way higher. So, your draft is a huge portion. Hopefully, you hit some really good guys, but you got to make this waiver wire night thing a routine. And again, you can ask all the people in the world, you can follow what I say, but ultimately you're the owner, and the most fun, concept of this whole fantasy thing is these need to be your decisions. Don't trust me 100%. Was I good on some guys last year? Hell yeah. I mean, of course, I'm going to help you out, but you need to make those decisions on your own. and go from there. But hopefully I've helped you out this week. It'll be interesting to see, in my opinion, who emerges here in Indy. I really like Hines. I mean, I'm a big PPR type of guy, and if you're going to go upside down drafting 0 RB, he was one of the guys that you saw pop up a lot of the mid-round, 10, 11, whatever, Hines. Wilkins runs very good. Overall, for the running game in Indy, it'll just have to be remained out there on the field and how they platoon this. How Andrew Luck is back. My uncle worked out Andrew Luck years ago. I got to see some incredible footage. Combine, they became friends. He was a quarterback coach for him. And one of the things that I think Andrew Luck will do very, very well with these cats is hit that swing pass, the dump pass. We haven't seen Andrew Luck play in a while, but yeah, he's going to check down to Jack Doyle, but watch out, man. He'll use these guys in clever, creative ways. T.Y. Hilton helps these folks because he can stretch the field. As long as Andrew's upright, I'm all in on these Indy runners I can throw some darts at. I'm not a Marlon Mack fan, but I will say he's a very good running back. You know how fantasy goes. You just have to have a couple of these guys in the back burners and the helms and see what happens. So listen, I'll end with that. Johnny B, UpsideDownDrafting.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us. And I hope you guys have had an awesome summer. And here we go. We're going to embark on this thing. We're going to go starting with week 2. And we'll get you to the playoffs. I'll catch you on the next show. Peace.